This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Amidst growing international condemnation of Israel's month-long assault on Gaza, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is back in Israel today to meet with Israeli officials, where he continued to emphasize Israel's right to defend itself following the October 7th Hamas attack. Meanwhile, the White House continues to dismiss calls for a full ceasefire, saying instead any pauses in fighting should be temporary and localized. In his resignation letter that went viral, Josh Paul wrote, quote, "We cannot be both against occupation and for it. We cannot be both for freedom and against it. And we cannot be for a better world while contributing to one that is materially worse." Josh Paul is former director of Congressional and Public Affairs for the Bureau of Political Military Affairs in the State Department, which oversees arms transfers to Israel and other foreign nations. Welcome to Democracy Now!, Josh Paul.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm glad to join you.
Can you elaborate on why you decided to resign? You're a veteran State Department official. Why you said no?
Yes, thank you. I decided to resign for three reasons. The first and most pressing of which is the very, I believe, uncontroversial fact that US-provided arms should not be used to massacre civilians, should not be used to result in massive civilian casualties. And that is what we are seeing in Gaza.
So who's leading this, Josh Paul? Who is preventing this? Who is suppressing all of this discussion within the State Department?
I honestly think in some ways it is coming from the very top of the US government and from the Biden White House. There are many in the State Department and across government who have reached out to me in recent weeks since I left to express their support, but also to say how difficult and how horrific they are finding US policy, and yet are being told when they try to raise these concerns, look, you can get emotional support. If you're finding this difficult, we'll find you something else to work on, but don't question the policy because it's coming from the top.